Gave neighbor their yard waste back. My neighbor Lisa has this habit of treating my property like it's her personal storage unit. There's always some random stuff piled against my house. Old lawn chairs, broken flower pots, a rusty bike that hasn't moved in 2 years. I've asked her nicely to move it multiple times. She always says she will, but never does. It's annoying, but whatever. I can live with some junk by my back fence. But last month she took it way too far. Lisa had these massive spruce trees in her yard trimmed. We're talking giant trees that have been there for like 30 years. The tree guys came through and chopped everything down to size. A few days later, I went to take my garbage out and almost had a heart attack. There was this enormous pile of branches and pine needles stacked against my back fence. It was 6 feet high, literally touching the top of my fence. And it wasn't just tall, this thing stretched all the way from my fence to the road. Huge, thick branches mixed with what looked like a million pine needles. I stood there staring at this mountain of yard waste on my property and couldn't believe it. I texted Lisa immediately. Hey, what's the plan for disposing of all these branches? She replied like it was no big deal. Oh yeah, I want to move it gradually over the next few weeks. Gradually. She wanted to store a massive pile of tree branches on my property for weeks. I texted back, that's not okay. I need this gone as soon as possible. This is my property, not free storage. She left me on red. 2 weeks went by. The pile just sat there. Every time I looked out my window, I could see this ugly mountain of branches and pine needles. It was blocking my view, taking up space, and I was pretty sure mice were living in it. I texted her again. This time I wasn't polite. I said, Lisa, my property is not your free storage space. You already use the area by my house to store your random junk. Move the branches now. She responded saying she'd get to it when she had time. When she had time. Like this was some favor I was asking instead of her cleaning up her own mess off my property. We live in Canada, and the weather had been really warm for this time of year, but today it finally got cold, like negative 20 degrees cold. I went home on my lunch break and saw the pile still sitting there. Now it was covered in snow and completely frozen. Those branches weren't going anywhere without some serious effort. That's when I decided I was done being nice. I went to my garage, grabbed my work gloves, and started throwing branches. One by one, I picked up every single piece of that pile and threw it onto Lisa's parking pad. You know, the little area where she keeps her garbage bins. I worked through my entire lunch break. My hands were freezing. Pine needles were getting everywhere, but I didn't care. I threw every branch, every pile of needles, all of it right onto her parking space. By the time I was done, her whole parking pad was covered. She couldn't even get to her garbage bins without climbing over branches. Then I went back inside and waited for the angry text to start rolling in, but nothing came. Radio silence. I figured she was at work and hadn't seen it yet. The next day I was doing some yard work outside. When Lisa came out, she started chatting with me like nothing happened. Just casual small talk about the weather. Then she goes, oh, by the way, I saw you put the branches back on my property. I'm just staring at her waiting for her to apologize or something. Instead, she says, hey, can I use your green bin to help get rid of the branches? It'll go faster if I can use yours too. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. She still thought she could use my stuff to deal with her mess. I told her no. I keep my green bin in my yard for when I pick up my dog's poop. That's it. You can't use it. Lisa got this annoyed look on her face and said, well, if I see your bin out on garbage day and it's not full, I'm just going to put some brush in it anyway. Like she was doing me a favor by letting me know she was going to use my bin without permission. I just walked away. Some people will never learn.